Welcome once again, friends. Now, today, my topic that I'm going to share with you is Mr. French President Macron, Emmanuel Macron, visit to India. What kind of agreement they signed with India? I will tell you in great detail because I did a study all the topics in details, and now I'm going to share with you the 10 pillars of cooperation with India and France. They discussed the Indo-Pacific, the first one. Second, defense and security partnership, space cooperation, student exchange. Fifth, planet means the environmental issue they addressed. Six, multilateral institutions reforms like UNSC, United Nations Security Council, and France also reiterated its commitment to support India in UNSC seat. And France also said that he will support the India's membership in IEA, International Atomic International Agency. And seventh is nuclear energy cooperation. And sixth is economic cooperation. Economic cooperation, I will discuss in detail, but 10th is the science, culture, and people to people connections. And come in detail, let I tell you, Indo-Pacific, free and open, these are the official words they used. I'm not going to add anything unnecessarily to make the system, my statement, too much complex. That's why I'm using a clear-cut official statement that they made. Free, open, inclusive, secure, and Indo-Pacific. Intensify the joint surveillance mission. Surveillance is very important thing. I will focus on this particular word, surveillance, joint surveillance mission, and why it is important for Indo-Pacific and particularly for India's security in the Indian Ocean. Third component of triangular call for early launch of Indo-Pacific Triangular Development Cooperation Fund, you know, to scale up green solutions. Now, the surveillance, why it is necessary in this region. The Maritime Council of India, very recently, many speakers around the world came to India and while speaking, they were all emphasizing on the China's development into the Indian Ocean and particularly uh, the Indo-Pacific region, which China called as Asian Pacific. So, because uh, China's presence is growing rapidly in this particular region, I'm looking towards the map and port development of China first thing, and second is uh, naval presence is growing continuously in the Indo-Pacific region, particularly when it comes to increase of in China's presence in Indian Ocean, then it hurts India's interest. And third is deep sea mining is a very uh, important component. That's why surveillance is needed. Quad grouping is also does the very same thing, and uh, yes, bilaterally with the France, Australia, Japan, and United States. India is stepping up its surveillance in this region, and technologically, India needs also support. So that's why this is very important for France and India cooperation to look it into great detail because underwater kind of drone China installing in this particular region, Indian Ocean, so it can be used the data that is Chinese search vessels who is always are in use since 1 and 2 years. So these data that is Chinese research vessels are collecting can be used for civil and defense purposes, military purposes as well. That's why it hurts India because you know deep sea mining is a good thing. You can do it according to the international law. But when it comes to security and India's security and this region's security, maritime security, trade route security, it takes the value. So that's why the cooperation and trust is needed because China is the largest military in the world, armed naval military presence in the world. I mean, the military strength is second, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I think the second, but naval presence, the world largest naval force of China has. So uh, a, a cooperation is needed for that to counter the Chinese, aggressiveness and belligerence. Second component is defense and security. Defense industrial roadmap is being developed, and co-production and co-development advanced defense technology will be shared with India and welcomed progress in several defense joint ventures and making India projects. Third one is space cooperation with NSIL, National Space Agency of India, new Space Agency of India. It is a private system of space in India, and their cooperation with its counterparts agency in France, Ariane's Space. So long-term partnership for satellite launch vehicle, and because India is too efficient to launch economically efficient. I mean, to launch satellites at lower cost. So that's a very nice thing. Many countries around the world is launching India's launch vehicle, PSLV kind of vehicle. India is very powerful vehicle that uses to launch the satellite and letter of intent for defense space cooperation as well. These are the very vetted words, defense space cooperation, so you keep in mind. Welcomed the strategic space dialogue established on June 2023. Strategic space dialogue, students, the fourth component, international classes from September 2024. India has Indian students can learn French for 1 year before pursuing their choice of their program. So the French language they must have to learn. Otherwise, for 1 year, then they can go for their programs. Suppose that you want to do the law and engineering or everything from the France, you need to first take a program for 1 year for in the French language for language class, so that you can be aware of the French language. Then you can choose your program as well. Second thing in the same operationalization of 5 year short-term visa for Indian alumni. Those who will get the program benefit of this program will also be get the visa short-term visa for 5 years as alumni. $1 million, €1 million additional French funding for Indo-French campus for life sciences is also sanctioned. So the fifth component is planet. Planet means a new comprehensive dialogue on global issue, including climate change, ocean biodiversity, pollution, and digital. So creation of a solar academy in Senegal, the western coastal region of Africa, African coastal region, Senegal. The country is Senegal. So there would be a solar academy would be installed as a international solar alliance. India and France are the founding member of Indian International Solar Alliance. That's why they are want to develop a solar academy in the Senegal. Thank you. So next topic is the France. Next point is the France applied for IDCR. CDRI. Award, co-chairmanship, and cooperation on 2025 UN Ocean Conference in Nice. Multilateralism, I told you, supporting India's UNSC seat, reiterated its commitment, and also IEA membership. The France will support India's presence there. Nuclear energy is stressed that, mm, nuclear plant, a new technology has been developed for a small nuclear plants, with a smaller capacity that can be installed without, uh, a lot of space. You can install it just like a uh, generator kind of thing, can be replaced, removed, etc. So it would be easy for to handle it. Small nuclear power plants, 6 of its kinds, will be shared with India. Stress that nuclear energy is essential for energy security and low carbon emission. Acknowledged India-France civil nuclear ties, notable with Jadpur. I don't know Jadpur, where located in India. Maybe some far side, countryside region. Creation of a space task force on nuclear energy cooperation. A space task force is also being created for nuclear energy cooperation. Thank you. So economic, ninth point is economic ties. 2023 to be the first year France-India year of innovation. Okay, innovation in a field of innovation, India is doing well. Hmm. Airbus Tata partnership to set up assembly line for H125 civilian helicopter in India. That is Atmanirbhar Bharat support. It is a very nice thing. Airbus presence is definitely would be good, and we have many contract for that for this Airbus for planes as well, civilian planes. Agreed to facilitate more cross investments in the economic domain and science, culture, and people-to-people ties. $3 million euro additional funding for scientific collaboration, expertise sharing on Paris 2024 Olympic Games going to happen in France in 2024. That they will share the expertise with India. India is also willing to host 2036 Olympic Games, and France also said that they will support India's willingness to host this Olympic game in 2030. That's a very nice thing. Thank you for France. India to be priority country for France, international strategy on arts and crafts. So the partnership on India's national museum projects is also a very nice thing. So they also committed themselves that the both leaders committed to hold annual summit. They will definitely meet in a 1 year time period whenever they feel their political calendar matches. So they will do it. including the multilateral summit as well, to drive closer cooperation. So that's these are the points they made it. And if you look at the way important thing has been discussed, because both countries are important global partner, and they have global stature as well. India is very recently, stepping up its presence. India is, you just see that India got the economic freedom in 1991 when liberalization took place in India. After that, India took a accelerated economic presence, economic, upliftment towards moving forward. India was in trouble 91, That's why India took a structural reforms, and that's the lead to the economic upliftment of India. India was suffering too much because of economic backwardness. Uh, so right now it's increasing its world stage. Since 2014, it is moving faster than previous. Actually, Prime Minister, it is. I'm not praising Prime Minister, but Narendra Modi, but definitely he has taken a you know path of untraveled path. Mm. So it changed the entire structure of India's governance and model of economy. Even though everything when since 2014 he came to power, he changed each and every aspect of India, and he also installed the root of Indian culture, and mm, he is drawing as India as a civilizational power. So that is also new things. That is not new thing. India is a civilization, has a history, no doubt. I'm not, but mm, 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 the India way. The Mr. Jaishankar wrote a book, India way, and right now the very recent book, Why India Matters. The Mr. Jaishankar published it very recently, and he's saying that in India's cultural linkages into this policy, that was not before that Congress-led government. That was very secular kind of thing. India is also secular right now, but he's drawing his, the root from the history. Right now, I mean, I want to say this in this way. So that is also very nice thing, and we must have to know from where we came and where we are heading. So thank you for the current prime minister. Is a very visionary prime minister. He has taken many leap towards our progress, and he should be thanks for whatever he is doing. Very nice thing. And I'm all satisfied with their official contacts, but I'm not satisfied with the way they are, you know, uh, behaving outside the office. They have making many mistakes as well. So, but that is in a internal matter of India, and that would have not the impact of external impact. It would have internal impact, whatever he is doing. So the opposition must have to step up and take the measures necessary to counter the BJP's agenda. But set aside that, the politics will manage their affairs. Politicians will manage their affairs. But the India is rising. India is taking up, and that too, as a citizen of India, I feel the enthusiastic. Uh, when we feel that country is moving ahead. So not in despair, we have the hope for future. Thanks very much. We need to be stay always positive. Thanks.